Thank you so much, Mike. And I would actually like to thank all of the people who have put so much energy and so much heart into making this year's Lowell Celebrates Kerouac Festival possible. We owe you so much for making this such a wonderful weekend of celebration of Jack Kerouac and Lowell. Please do give them a hand for all of their great efforts and all of their great spirit. And Lowell Celebrates Kerouac is a volunteer organization, and putting together a festival of the magnitude of Lowell Celebrates Kerouac requires quite a lot of work. It requires planning, it requires organizing, it requires phone calls, emails, tables, folding chairs. It requires many hands and many hearts. So if you find that you love the festival and that it has given you so much as it has given me over the years, consider volunteering, and you can learn more about how to do that at lowellcelebateskerouac.org. So, my traveling companion for this weekend has been this neat book, a Jack Kerouac book of sketches. In 1951, a friend of Jack said, and I'm paraphrasing, I think you ought to create some sketches with your words of the things you see. And this reading, speaking of the people who have made Lowell Celebrates Kerouac what it is, while we're here in this sacred place, I would like to dedicate this as a kind of invocation to those people who have gone on but still inspire us and still give back to us, including Alan Crane, Florence Marion, Richard Hyatt, my late husband Lawrence Carradini, and of course Roger Boudel, to whom this year's festival is dedicated. And so I'd like to dedicate this reading to them, which I read as kind of an American prayer. So from Jack Kerouac's Book of Sketches. In America, the birch is grievous, lost, rich, poetic. The woods are haunted. A meaning was united in this bleak. I know. The dead Dutchman of Saybrook never cared for the name Kerouac. But I have cared for you, Dutchman. It is my prerogative to believe in my own way, in what haunts my conscience and fulfills my hope. I know there's nothing down the line but gray indifference, the earth-covering excrescence of mean men that I was born into. And I was born into a beastly world with all the traits in myself, and God will crown my head with grave dung. But I have sung the pale rainy lakes in this choked craw of mine, and will sing again, and mine enemies look me in the eye, if they will, or be still. And mine enemies will look me in the eye, if they will, or be still. Jack Kerouac, from the Jack Kerouac Book of Sketches. Amen, and thank you. So I'd like to just read one poem of my own, and would also like to mention I'm very honored and excited and proud that I'm going to be giving a book reading and book signing at Lala Books, which is here in downtown Lowell on Market Street, and that's October 14th, so this coming Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And I would love to see you, and most importantly, I would like to say we have a beautiful independently owned bookstore now in our midst here in Lowell that has already done so much to support the community and especially to support local writers. So I'd love to see you that night, and do check them out, and you can also learn more about the events they have coming up, and they have quite a lot supporting local writers at lalabooks.com. So this is, speaking of books, this is from one of my most recent poetry books, Nights Island. And Larry, my husband Lawrence Carradini, and I went a few times on a vacation up to Lake Champlain in Vermont. Larry being a zoologist and I being a writer and a supporter of science, we thought, well, perhaps we'll get a glimpse of the Lake Champlain monster. And that didn't happen, not in the physical sense, but we saw a lot of beautiful things, mysterious things. And this is one of them described in this poem, and this poem is called A Field of Purple Grass. Strong clouds move into the twilight, and the farmhouse lies obscured by clover. The closer we move, with rushing sound about us, the further away it slips. Hills vanish into hills. Each blade brushes our shins and calves. To reach this place, this wooded frame and empty space, we must go. The whispers run together in a roar, only to press our hands to the door. The gray empty frame, scattered hay and shadows. Only we know, only how much more. Thank you so much. And I'd just like to say that, David, thank you for being a great friend. And thank you for honoring the artist and the poet and the musician and the mad spirit in all of us with your music and your love and your showing and telling us in every way the true beat tradition and keeping that spirit alive and helping us to keep it alive within all of us. And thank you so much to the David Amram Ensemble for playing such great music with all the great words we've been hearing today.
Sold that 20 years ago.
Thank you, Maestro, David Amram. Thank you, everyone, for being here, listening and sharing your words. And thank you again, everybody who has made the Lowell Celebrates Kerouac Festival possible. Be safe and happy and healthy in your travels until, inshallah, we all meet again. Thank you.
Meg Smith, ladies and gentlemen, poet.